Taylor, Officer Hendricks.
I didn't know the car was stolen.
Okay, it's not stolen yet. Okay, but
Where this at? This got to be some Florida shit. It's literally no difference between the Afro X people, but a boat stop for real.
the owner was
And they
found
swear they
deceased.
not black.
That's where we're at.
This is Taylor Elkins. Just 2 hours ago, Taylor's teacher, 72-year-old William Dubois, was discovered brutally beaten and deceased inside his home.
Hey, are they?
She beat him? It gotta be Florida, Nagusa.
Really?
What's interesting is that days later, Taylor will
Not
be
Target.
found driving her now dead teacher's car.
Do you know why that's Bill's car? Because he's dead.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to him. Like, he ain't nothing to me.
He's been beat to death, and you're driving the car. and I don't know that
You
ain't got
driving
nothing
his
to do with it.
car?
But what seemed like a straightforward case would turn out to be a complicated mess of neighborhood drama, secret affairs, and deadly conflicts.
That's Florida, man.
And I heard a big boom. That's something wrong.
I called the police on the other side. I've said if anybody did anything, it would be them.
Could be a burglary. Could be somebody that he wronged, and they're coming back for vengeance.
You're a rude.
She looked like she did it.
Murderer. This is not going to go away. This is not going to.
I ain't gonna lie.
You're going to keep having your little nightmares that you have, and I hope you do for the rest of your life.
Nagusa.
On July 11th, 2019, officers in Fort
Arkansas,
Smith, Arkansas,
we did not claim this girl. We do not. We don't know her. We don't claim her. We would never do nothing like this.
received a call from a neighbor requesting a welfare check at the home of 72-year-old William Dubois Jr. The neighbor had grown increasingly worried when
Ain't
he
no
heard
way.
an unusual noise coming from William's home a few days earlier and had seen no sign of him since. Officers were quickly dispatched to investigate further.
Hello.
How are you, man?
Good. Him?
This is Denton Stringer, the neighbor who called 911 to request a welfare check.
That's shocking you don't
Soon
claim her.
proved to be more involved in this case than just being a neighbor.
He's not answered?
He's not answering, but I was laying in my bed the other night. I heard something fall, sound like
Does he have a car?
Yeah, a car, but
Where's his car?
his car's been gone for 2-3 days.
Well, maybe he's gone. Okay.
He even told us.
Okay.
He even told us, man.
Okay.
Is the door open?
You know what position his bedroom is at?
Back that way, I
Okay.
think.
I'll come back and talk
I'm
to you just a
surprised
second,
you're not
okay?
saying she
The
ain't do it or
officer believes
something.
William might just have left. That is,
That's
until
sick.
she discovers a disturbing odor coming from inside the house.
Oh no.
Y9 station. Can we have an operator meet me on 3, please?
Due to the unusual situation, Officer Hendricks calls for a backup officer, who arrived quickly and would be briefed on the discoveries.
I have one piece of mail. He said 2 nights ago he heard a really loud boom. There's an odd smell when I open the door. No flies up here. When I rounded the corner, you only get it every now and then. Wait till you round the corner. That's when I really...
I'm not trying to go smell it though.
Yeah, I'm getting it right here.
Ugh.
I know that smell.
That odor could have been coming from the trash can, but Officer Hendricks was convinced it was coming from inside the house. The officers needed to get in. However,
I'm not trying to
a
smell that
strange
at all.
odor
What's good,
alone
Eric?
was not enough to obtain a search warrant. So, Officer Hendricks decided to ask around the neighborhood, and she would soon discover that Denton Stringer had done some suspicious things since William's disappearance. But before we get to that, situations like these
Stringer,
can be
that's the neighbor,
especially
right?
traumatizing for those working the case, but that's also the case for people watching these videos, just like you at home. If you've ever felt that you need help with mental health, you should know that there
I'ma
is
skip
videos
this.
helped me grow this channel in Found with Therapy is that you usually this easy stands you switch therapy up. Stop.com.
They really trying to get us
That's
with the
it. So let's
ads,
get
man.
back to the officers on the scene. Officer Hendricks didn't waste any time and decided to head to the store directly across from William's house to see if anyone had seen or heard anything.
Yeah, it's hot, so. Okay, so the neighbor over there says that that man sometimes comes over and talks with y'all.
He does, ma'am.
When's the last time you saw him or his car?
That's what she just said. I'm not seen it in probably 2 days, but
That's what he's saying.
I'm not sure when the last time that I know it's been 2 days that it has not
Okay.
been out there. Yeah, the next people next door, we've had some problems. I mean, not us necessarily, but they fight out there. But Bill's always been really great
Right.
to watch our place.
Okay. The guy, the neighbor. There's some.
I mean, he come over here to call Bill's number, like a 1-800 number. And listen, I called the police on the other side because of the women out there fighting and everything, screaming from the kids. So
On his side,
Yes.
then? Okay.
Yes. So I've said if anybody did anything, it would be them. I mean, that's exactly. I shouldn't even say that, but because it's just odd that they come over here and then he's telling us to call Bill like this. We should check on this one.
He doesn't have a phone.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said his daughter stole his phone.
Is the daughter?
He was
The-
a teacher at my junior high.
The little girl?
So these people over here are saying that the guy next door is like always has some type of drama going on. Him and whoever are always fighting. Not him and Bill, but him and someone else. I mean, worst case scenario is somebody's, done something bad and took his car.
What the
Feeding them
shop
good
owner
sunflower
just
seeds.
revealed is very significant. Firstly, William, who is known around the neighborhood by Bill, hasn't been seen for the past 2 to 3 days, which is highly unusual according to the shop owner. Secondly, William's neighbor, Denton Stringer, is known to have frequent drama at his house involving various women. Recently,
Damn.
Denton had asked the shop owner to call William to check on him, explaining that his daughter had stolen his phone. If true, this daughter might be the same woman Denton argues with often, and if she took his phone, there is a possibility she could also be linked to William's car missing. Finally, the shop owner claims that if something bad happened to William, it would be them, suggesting that Denton and the daughter were likely involved. All of this casts suspicion on both Denton and his daughter. Officers hope that whatever they find inside William's house might reveal just how involved they were in his disappearance. With all of this in her head, Officer Hendricks returns to William's house, where officers have
What
managed to
happened?
contact.
Says a girl that they're saying killed the teacher. The neighbor called the police. Said something. He heard some noise. He ain't seen dude for 2-3 days. His car missing. The girl was caught in the car, so they trying to say, okay, why you in his car if you ain't take this man's life? You feel me?
Contact the landlord for an additional key. Nothing could have prepared them for the horrifying scene they would discover inside.
Oh, that's big. Oh, stuff everywhere.
Really?
There's some here, some behind the chair.
I wonder what it is.
And there's no TV in the living room. It's missing.
As officers enter the
They
house,
stole the TV
they find
too?
William's lifeless body in the bathroom. It soon becomes clear that this was no natural passing.
Is that splatter on the door frame?
What?
Is that splatter on the door frame?
Yes, like,
Okay.
there's a dog right there.
Oh, wow. Maybe his door was unlocked. There's no phone either.
What the officers had discovered was nothing short of horrific, but the attacker had left a lot of clues, meaning police could piece together a story.
Going to jail now.
For starters, the body had a strong, rotten smell, indicating that William had likely been dead for over 24 hours. Throughout the house, shelves and drawers had been left open, with numerous valuables missing. This
Damn.
initially led investigators to believe it was a robbery. However, this is where they discovered something very curious. The front door had been locked from the outside, and there were no signs of forced entry. Officers realized that a scenario like this couldn't be possible unless William's attacker somehow had a key to his house. In other words, whoever did this to William must have a closer connection to him than a random burglar. This made the shop owner's
The
earlier
Arkansas
comments
education
even more
system,
interesting
boy.
to police. They had mentioned that if anything happened to William, it would probably be Denton and his so-called daughter, both of whom were close enough to William to have been given a spare key. So with no better leads, Denton quickly became the main focus of the investigation, and police began to wonder if he was simply a concerned neighbor or if he knew far more about William's death than he was letting on.
I didn't even notice his TV's missing too. TV's missing. No wallet, no phone, no forced entry. I think we need to talk to this guy. He just got here. Oh, I told Jeff.
Told Jeff what these people.
Yeah, I talked with them over there. They said he comes over a lot and talks with them. And they said if anything ever happened to him, it would.
It was like the middle of the
because
summer
somebody
too.
in his apartment. You notice there's some red fuzz all over the place. I'm not sure what that.
He's laying on the blanket that the fuzz I think came from. But there's fuzz in like the kitchen. There's fuzz on this couch right here.
Thing. All the doors in his bedroom are open. Keys, wallet, phone, stuff that normally would be laying out.
Yeah.
So,
He's got a random. What kind of car? I got it. He just told me it was red.
it's a red Ford Focus. We have the tag and everything. And Courtney just sent out a bolo. Did not release any information. Just said just stop this vehicle and notify our department.
Yeah.
To find answers, the cops needed to locate
It looked like all
that
he
red
had was
Ford
a-
Focus, which was now on the radar
The
of
window
the entire Fort
AC,
Smith
not like an
Police
actual
Department.
AC unit.
Whoever had possession of Williams' vehicle could undoubtedly help solve this case, but the officers had no idea where to start looking until Williams' son arrived at the scene, providing them with a major breakthrough.
I'm gonna start
his son.
tripping out.
That's his son,
That's my dad. They all say he got beat to death.
10-4.
Everybody gotta die.
Black box in the tracker, yeah.
Did you say where it went? Where the car's at?
Mom does that with her cars.
I'm coming through swinging.
There's a track, but it's not at his mom's house.
Mom does it with her cars too.
But the car's not at the mom's house.
According to the Sun, William had a GPS tracking device installed in his car, and the car is actually owned by William's wife, Susan, who has access to a mobile app that could track his location. The
Yeah.
cops now know this tracking device is their only key to crack the case wide open and catch the killer. So with this in mind, officers would quickly
Good old
redirect their
Razorbacks.
attention to Susan's home. But unfortunately, they'd also have the difficult task of informing Susan that her husband passed
Why
away.
they didn't live together?
Go, Cage. I can't. You gotta sit here and talk to the officers.
Cubby. Yeah, we can use the restroom. Hi, Miss Susan. I'm Officer Hendricks. I'm sorry meeting you under these circumstances.
I know you.
You know me?
I've seen you at Northside Games.
I have been there. Now, but you want to sit down for a minute?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. All right.
It might be better on your legs.
Yeah.
I'm just
Just have seats.
experience with experience.
Yeah, that's crazy.
In every death
Probably separated.
complete investigation from top to bottom because we don't want to leave any stone unturned. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm a retired nurse, so.
Okay. Well, and we're not saying this is a homicide at this point, okay?
No, he
But-
had a heart condition
Right.
and strokes.
And he could have fell and hit his head, but there's some blood there that we're concerned about. Does that make sense?
He probably fell.
Okay.
He
And now,
was acting
our-
so strange
here-
Saturday.
Here's our biggest issue. He was acting strange Saturday. Okay. Here's our biggest we have right now is that the car is missing.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Yep.
Where's your tracker?
Do you have a tracker on that car?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Her phone right here, right here.
No, that's Teresa's.
Okay.
Mine's in the kitchen.
Okay.
Or in the
Somebody-
bathroom.
Somebody run get her phone. If you can try to get me a location on that car, that's going to help us.
It's gonna be tremendous.
And it could be the fact that you left it somewhere and got right home with somebody. It could be a business.
Florida station. You can get you next up.
She did.
Off Kelly Highway.
That's it.
Pretty sure it's stationary.
It's parked at a house.
The way she just joyriding the man car is crazy.
The car is JP.
Who's north?
It's for JP Byrider.
What? Okay.
Thanks to
JP
Susan,
Byrider.
the cops now know where the missing vehicle is. Without wasting any time, officers quickly leave Susan's house and head towards the location of the car. But they have no idea who has it or what kind of danger they could be facing when they find it. After all, this is the stolen car
I
of
don't
a
know,
murdered
Tay.
man.
She already locked the door from the outside, so she wasn't smart.
Y'all live here? Okay. You live here?
No, I just got the yard.
Okay.
Yes, sir. What's wrong?
They're looking out the window. We got people looking out the window, so let's. You got an ID on you?
Yes, ma'am. I have an ID. I will know it's actually in the water. So just
Where's your wallet at?
channel.
She's right
1.
there on the table.
Okay, let's go inside. Let's go inside. Let's go get your wallet. No. You can go. You can do whatever you gotta do.
She should make her go too.
Oh, hang tight. We're gonna be parked there for a
I think
second.
that she should have to go too.
Go where?
Whoever,
Go inside with us? I mean, she can.
I would be
Hang
terrified
tight.
right
We'll be
now.
here.
Like,
We're gonna come, we're
what
all
going
go over
on?
Here. Let's all go over here.
what's going on?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
see,
Let's go
that's
over
what I would have said. What the fuck going on?
Something wrong?
here. Yeah.
Y'all just pulled up
something's going on.
asking
Go
me
over
for
there and we'll
shit.
explain it to you.
It seems there's someone in this house who wants to avoid the cops, and these officers know they could be walking into an ambush, so everybody behind that door is a person of interest.
Okay, so basically, they came out the back. They tried to go out the back. They said they were going outside to smoke. Somebody just shut the front door on me, so.
Portsmouth Police Department.
Hey, come out with your hands up. We know you're in here. Come out. Portsmouth Police Department. Go ahead, hold traffic.
Channel for 33.
See, this is where I start. This make me nervous as a cop.
Hey, come out. Come out.
Hold on, don't move
Okay,
too
just come
fast
out
now.
on the side of the house.
What have we done wrong?
Who else is here?
Don't move too fast now.
We're gonna explain that. We're gonna explain that. Who
Go
else
ahead,
is in
step
here?
outside, sir.
Just walk out to that side of the house for me. Who else is in here? Is anybody else in here? Just walk out here, right here, to the right. Thank you. That's Taylor Elkins. Who else is in here? Okay. Go ahead and step out. No, go ahead and step out. Portsmouth Police, this is your last time to come out freely. Come out with your hands up. Keep your hands in the air where I can see them. Keep your hands in the air where I can see them. Good. Keep walking. Keep walking.
They had them white girls in there.
Randall Perkins, correct?
Pickens. Okay. Randall, go ahead. Step off that porch and to your right on the side of the house, okay? Who else is back here?
It was in there partying.
Be real with me. This is
Officers would go on to conduct
said,
a
"See this
room-by-room
one."
sweep of the house and confirm it was empty before returning outside to face a different challenge. A handful of detained suspects with potential ties to Williams' missing car.
What was they doing in
Among
there?
the small group, officers noted a mix of faces, some nervous, some indifferent, but it wasn't immediately clear who knew what until the question of the red car came up.
all these subjects were inside the house. When asked any of them who's this red car, they all pointed to Taylor Elkins.
Damn.
The moment Officer Shelby asked who owned the red Ford parked out front, everyone pointed, without hesitation, at the same person, Taylor Elkins.
Damn.
The first woman who exited the house earlier when police barged inside. Having possession of a man's car who had just turned up dead is naturally going to raise suspicion, and surprisingly, Taylor herself would go on to admit that indeed, the car belongs to her.
Here's the deal. One of the females that we got out of here, when I said, well, who's this car belong to right here? Everyone pointed at one female. And I said, that's your car? She said, yeah, that's my car.
With this revelation, the focus was pinned directly on Taylor, and it was time for her to explain how
She
she
already
ended up
could.
in the possession of a dead man's car.
Taylor, Officer Hendricks, obviously. Did he read you your Miranda rights? He did. Like your rights to an attorney, everything like that. Okay, where'd you get the car?
I already told him.
You tell me.
Okay, at that boardwalk, it's just like a friend. That's it. His name's Sean, but I don't know his last name.
White or black?
He's white, but I don't think he thought it was stolen.
No, I didn't say it was stolen.
No, I'm saying like I don't know.
Okay, I'm just
I really
asking
don't know
about
how he got it though. But
Okay.
I'm saying like I was like, dude, like
She done
You got your
fucked
phone
up.
on you?
no, I don't got nothing. I don't got
Where's your phone at? In
Now
there?
she done fucked up, right?
Come on, everybody got a phone.
No.
She didn't have a phone when I arrested her 2
Thank
weeks
you.
ago.
I
Okay.
really had done. My daughter shouted
She
at
had
my
used her
shit.
girlfriend's
Yeah, I think she's in
So
high
you got it from
school.
Sean, the first entrance off of Albert Pike to 4201 Kincaid.
I don't
Boardwalk.
know the address, but dude, he's a crackhead.
Okay.
That's why
Okay. You give him any money for it or anything?
no, like he likes me like that. We're just friends.
What's his name on Facebook?
Sean? I don't know. I don't have a phone.
I know.
I don't get on my Facebook
Okay.
no more.
All right.
Despite Taylor's vague recollection of how she came in possession of Williams' car, officers managed to get a name from her, Sean, who is a friend of Taylor that she borrowed the car from, or at least that's what
So
she
you got
claims.
a car from a
If her
crackhead?
story
Hey,
is
you
not
never
a
know,
complete
man.
fabrication, then
Them
whoever
crackheads
Sean
be on some
is
shit,
could be the
boy.
key to solving this case. However,
this-
it's at this time
My brother
that
got a
officers
motif.
realized they didn't
A
know nearly
Yamaha
enough about
motif.
Taylor, her background, her relationships,
From a
and whether she
crackhead,
might be
man.
tied to Denton Stringer, the neighbor who is already under suspicion. So over the next few minutes, we will follow these officers in real time as they connect the dots and discover critical information in one of the best detective works we have ever covered.
Hey, I arrested her
I got
like
lucky.
2 weeks ago.
Who?
Or Elkins.
Do you know Sean?
Is he a white guy?
Yeah.
I think that's the baby daddy to her or something like that.
To her
She,
baby daddy?
she's got 2 kids.
Okay. Yes.
Hey, check him. Come here. That's Taylor's grandparents' house.
That's what I said, because the address looked familiar, and then when I heard she was coming out here, it's like, I know this chick. Hey, are they homicide or? Oh, so he's beat to death. Really?
Where's she at?
Taylor, she's in the back of Shelby's car.
Hey, you know that's her grandparents' house, right? The South Greenwood address is her grandparents' house. Hers.
1802.
Yeah, I swear to you. She's bonded out to that address out of Crawford County. She's got like 10 felonies pending.
Damn!
I swear to you. Is it?
The
10?
officer just made a crucial
That's how they
connection.
getting down in
Taylor's
Fort
last
Smith?
known address given to police during her previous arrest was her grandparents' house and the same duplex that William lived in.
Shut up. Did you tell Shelby?
I said, I think that's, yeah.
She hype. That girl hype. She said, ain't no fucking way.
1800 South Greenwood. Hey, Sarge.
Give me just a...
Her address is the neighbor's address.
Huh?
Her address is the neighbor's. 1800 South Greenwood is her
That's what's-
uncle or her grandpa or her dad.
That's what I'm telling you. That's her grandpa's house, and she's bonded out there. She's got like 10 pending
1800
felonies in
South Greenwood
Crawford.
is all in ISIS about it.
10 painkillers.
We, this is
She's bonded out there because I arrested her 2 weeks ago, and then like a week after.
Her address is...
it's the 1800 South Greenwood. She's
One to
been
the right,
she's got
the one on the
domestic
left.
assault. The guy that called it in.
Wow.
That's his.
That's the dude that she be fighting with, or the girl he be fighting with.
The officers figured it out. The 2 prime suspects were related. Taylor was Denton's granddaughter, and likely the daughter the woman in the shop had found suspicious earlier. But what these officers are about to discover next would put the spotlight solely on Taylor.
Ballman has her on camera leaving on the 8th in the car.
She's so hype. She like, we done solved the
Yeah.
case.
So 3 days.
About 3 days, yeah.
You know,
This is
she
Monday
lost-
night.
She lost.
Yeah,
her
the
kids last week.
decomp path. Yeah, it's about 2 days, 3 days.
With this final piece of evidence, it is safe to conclude that Taylor Elkins has a major role
I ain't
in
gonna lie,
William's death,
Nagusa was
and
kinda
detectives
right, though.
needed to get to the bottom of her involvement. The other detained individuals were briefly questioned, but no one had direct ties to William or knew anything about the stolen vehicle. So with no solid
I ain't gonna
evidence
repeat what
against
Nagusa
them,
said.
they were released. With the on-scene
No, he was kinda
investigation
right.
at its end, the next move was obvious, taking Taylor in for a formal interrogation. A few hours later, Taylor is placed inside an interrogation room and left by herself for the next 10 minutes, giving her enough time to come up with a plausible alibi to go with. What Taylor doesn't realize is that when the detective walks in, he has information that will completely disprove every excuse she has.
Hello. How are you? Could have been better.
I would love to be a detective.
All right, Taylor. So.
But then you gotta look
know
at
why
some
you're down
nasty
here,
photos
right?
too, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, why are you down here?
You checked his messages.
I don't know. I had it in my. Well, I didn't have it in my. Well, I don't know how to say it. It wasn't in my property. I wasn't in the car or nothing like that. But it was stolen, and everybody pointed their fingers at me. And I mean, I admitted to driving it. So yeah.
Okay. And where did you get it from?
This dude named Sean.
Sean who?
I don't know his last name. I don't know his last name. I say hey to him basically. He's just a friend. Like he does drugs, you know. So I mean, I don't know everybody's last name.
You been arrested lately?
Yeah.
When's the last time you arrested?
Last week.
Last
That's
week?
when I got my kids taken.
Okay.
It was
And-
Miller and this other guy.
And when you bonded out,
I got signature bond.
okay, what address did you use when you bonded out?
It's Windsor.
You sure?
Or is my grandpa's?
Who's your grandpa?
Denton.
Didn't.
Stringer. See, that's why I'm bonded out too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm bonded.
Did he bond you out?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Where's his address?
He can afford it. 1800
1800 what?
Greenwood Avenue.
Okay, when's the last time prior to that you were over there?
2 days ago.
And what were you doing over there?
My
Gotcha.
grandpa. I haven't bonded out. I just chill over there.
Just chill over there?
Yeah.
In just a few minutes, this detective was able to make
Yeah,
Taylor
I think
confirm
she's, like,
most of
on
the evidence
drugs,
connecting
though.
her to the crime. In her own words, Taylor admitted that Denton Stringer is indeed her grandfather. She had William's car for a few days, and most importantly, she was at Denton's house the same period when William was killed. But this detective was just getting started, and he's about to make Taylor dig her own grave.
So what about the guy that lives right next door to her? You know him?
Yes.
Who's that?
His name's Bill.
Bill what?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know people's last names.
Oh.
Yeah.
How's Bill?
Not the grandpa is also a dad.
When's the last time you seen Bill?
I don't know. I don't know. He works the other day.
So this car you've been riding around in, whose car is that?
I don't know.
You never seen that car before?
I've seen it.
Where?
There.
Where?
Oh my.
Where, Taylor? Where, Taylor?
There. That's his car. Man. Wow.
I think you kind of knew that.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
I think you did.
I didn't.
I think you did.
I didn't.
I think you know Bill.
I know Bill, yeah. I told
How
you.
well do you know him?
I don't know him that well.
And when's the last time you seen him?
Like I said, like he comes in and out. I don't know. I don't pay attention to him. Like he ain't nothing to me.
Really?
He ain't nothing to me.
You kind of got all defensive all of a sudden on me. I'm just kind of
Cause
curious.
you all up in my face now.
No, you got all defensive before I ever stood over
No, like
to
you're
you.
in my face. Like
Yeah. I want to make sure that we're understanding each other.
and we are.
Okay.
I don't like. I don't know. I don't like pay attention. I be doing my own thing all the time.
Okay.
So. Why are you staring at me?
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out. if you're being
He's
honest
actually
with me.
really far. Yeah, he is.
I'm actually being honest with you.
Taylor is trapped. She just implicated herself further by admitting that she knows William and, to her surprise, was driving his very car. After this brilliant line of questioning, the detective tells Taylor to sit tight and leaves the room. During this time, he would make a phone call to Taylor's grandfather, Denton Stringer,
Midnight?
and Denton would tell him that Taylor was at his house a few days ago along with 2 white males. With this information at hand, the detective comes back to the interrogation room with one goal: make Taylor confess to whatever she did inside William's home.
You take a nap?
Tired.
Oh, you and me both, girl. I'm old. I need my beauty sleep. Can't you tell?
Legit tired.
So let me ask you something. Do you have a phone?
Oh,
You don't have a phone. How come?
my daughter shattered it.
She did what?
She shattered it. You
Oh, how long you been without a phone?
Huh?
How long you been without a phone?
Like total 2.5 weeks.
Okay.
Them drugs coming
Taylor,
down,
you,
man.
You went to your dad's today. Were you there earlier this week, like Monday or Tuesday? Let me rephrase that. You were there earlier this week, and you had 2 white males with you. Who was those 2 white guys that were with you? Because I've already talked to your grandpa. Okay, and right there beside your grandpa's at school.
Yeah.
Apparently
That's
it's
what
her
that video showed you
teacher.
showing up with 2 white males. I'm just kind of curious. Who are those 2 white males on?
I don't remember Charles.
You know? So, you don't believe that's Bill's car?
I mean, if it is, that's fucking amazing.
Even when directly confronted with undeniable facts, Taylor continues to play dumb, even making a mockery of the entire situation. So, in order to make
Did they
it
tell
clear
her
to
that he
Taylor
died
that
yet?
this is a serious situation, the detective would reveal the true reason she's in the interrogation room. Because she is a murder suspect.
You know why that's Bill's car? Because he's dead.
Oh, now they
He's
told.
dead. And you're driving the car from a man who's been beat to death. And I don't know that you ain't got something to do with it. And you want to play tough girl with me, and let me tell you, this is not going to work out for you real good. He's been beat to death.
No.
You think I'm lying? You think, why the hell you think I'm here? You know why I'm here? Do you know what my title is? Homicide. Hey, it's got real. You talk about losing your girls? You're fixing to lose them for a lifetime.
Damn.
You know what? You're knee deep in this shit right now. This got real. You better start coming clean with what you know.
I told you.
I'm just letting you know. Here's where we're at, Taylor. I'm gonna be honest with you. This can go either really good for Taylor, or this can go really bad for Taylor, because I can promise you I'm really good at what I do. If I can catch you in a lie, and if you lie to me, I will put you in prison for the rest of your little life. Just
She
know
must have
that.
been on them drugs. I think she
Now that
was.
Taylor understands the severity of everything and is deeply emotional, the detective will seize the moment to confront her by exploiting her vulnerable state in hopes that the emotional pressure will break her defenses and compel her to finally tell the truth.
I'm not threatening you.
I feel like I'm being
Listen,
threatened.
I am promising you. So, if you give a damn about Bill, if you didn't kill him, if you didn't beat the hell out of that old man, you're driving a car that was taken after they beat him. You better come up with who had this damn car, or who you took over there with you that seen him and went back and targeted him.
I told you I got it from
Listen to me. Here's
the truth.
You better start coming up with some full names, because you know what? Who do you need to think of right now? Who's the most important person in your life right now? You and your babies. You better take care of them.
I tell you.
You better think hard.
He's
I got all
tactics.
night. Hell, I get paid by the hour. I'll stay here all weekend. You're driving around a dead man's car.
I didn't know he was dead.
He's so real.
There.
But you know the people who probably killed him.
I told you I got the corpse.
Shot who? In the apartments that you pointed out?
Yeah.
The guy, the old man died in it, had a heart attack and died in one last week, and the other one's got an old woman that lives in it.
Ooh.
That's fine. No.
I'm giving you an opportunity right now.
Okay, I'm telling you.
Okay, tell me.
I told you.
What's up, Kyra?
I'm telling you, like, bro.
Let me ask you this. If you had to get Sean right now, where would you go get him at?
What?
What apartment number?
It's in the corner. There's 4, 5, 6, 7. It's either 5 or 6.
Now it seems like Taylor has a story to prove her alibi. Taylor claims that William's car belongs to a man named Sean, who she borrowed the car from recently. If what she's saying is true, then Sean could very well be the perpetrator of this evil crime. However, Taylor would also proceed to point more accusations towards Sean, telling the detective that he assaulted her, ruined her life, and took her kids away. This means
What?
that Taylor was likely involved in a relationship with Sean for a good amount of time. But what's strange about this entire story is that every time the detective asks Taylor for personal information about this Sean guy, she dodges the questions and refuses to give any information away. So, with Taylor seemingly uncooperative, the detective would end this interview to get to the bottom of her claims and figure out who Sean really is. And what they discovered would put Taylor in an even worse situation.
Ah, shit.
You been thinking about anything?
Oh, I fell asleep. I just saw it. It like hurts really bad.
Had a little issue. So this is the guy you said you got a car
He
from?
in jail.
Are you sure? Well, I told you he's in jail.
Oh!
I told you he's been in jail since June the 6th.
Oh, shit.
You think I'm making this up?
No.
So if he's in jail, how did he give you the car?
Damn, you caught, shawty. You caught, shawty. You caught. Go ahead and come
What do you
clean.
think, this Taylor? That's looking like you killed him.
No, yeah, I knew it wasn't me.
You think it's funny?
No, I said it wasn't me.
But you better figure it out then, because you just lied.
No, I didn't.
Damn.
Sean giving her the car was a completely fabricated story, and the detective just proved it. So, with this major lie exposed, Taylor is taken away to sleep in jail while detectives work on finding more incriminating evidence against her. The next day, Taylor is brought back into the interrogation room in an orange jumpsuit. This time, the detective has prepared undeniable evidence to thoroughly debunk her entire alibi and make her confess.
But he showed her.
Yeah.
She didn't even want to look at him.
You wanna know what happened to Bill?
Oh, he showed the picture of the body. Oh, hell no.
You believe he's dead now?
Yeah.
You still think this is all a joke?
No.
You sleep last night, didn't you? You won't sleep. This will haunt you.
Going to jail
There's
now.
no way you're ever gonna get any relief, or you're gonna get any closure. You're gonna have to tell us the truth of everything you know, and you haven't done it yet. And it's gonna be the hardest thing for you to do, but it's the only way you're gonna get any peace ever. At a minimum, if you didn't do it, you know who did? Are you scared of the person who's involved in this?
I don't know who's involved in it. Do you really think you get stuff out of people by threatening them?
I'm not threatening you. Girl,
in their face
yeah,
and stuff?
I haven't gotten in your face.
I'm saying with you.
I haven't threatened you. I'm letting you know what's fixing to happen to you.
Because you don't believe anything.
I'm sorry?
You don't believe anything.
I don't believe liars.
Yeah, she gonna get beat up in jail.
You're a damn liar.
Talking so much.
Well, you
Wrong
need
with
to be helping
you.
us. If you even cared about the old man that's been beat to death and shot, you need to be helping us.
You just shot.
You don't think he was shot?
Was he?
You tell me.
You just showed me the top.
You not see enough? You don't see again to get a better
No,
look?
I don't.
I want you to remember that picture.
Did he purposely lie to her to see if she would say he wasn't shot?
Elkin's body language
He
has shifted
purposely
from
lied to her
cocky
to
and
get her to
playful
say something?
Scared and confused, and just about everything else in between. Her behavior would change again after she's allowed to make a phone call to her mother, where she'd stop pleading innocence and start playing the victim. She's now going to paint a picture of a man named Joseph Rogers,
Oh
better
my
known
God.
as Joe, that will make him out to be the bad guy.
So we let you talk to your mom. So now what I would like to ask you for you to tell us the truth.
That's true. I mean, I told y'all the truth today, but I just didn't tell y'all all of it.
Tell us again what happened and exactly the truth the way it happened, okay?
Surely one of these will stick.
Joe came over that night and he asked me what he had in the house, and I told him that he didn't have shit. He's like, "Will you knock on the door?" I knocked on the door, and then he went in. I left. That's when I went to McDonald's, and I came back. He told me he took care of it. I didn't kill him, though. I didn't do nothing like that.
When he said he took care of it.
He told me that at the casino because I kept asking him what happened. Because I didn't want to part in it, so I was scared. I didn't want to go in there or nothing. I didn't know what happened. And I kept asking him what happened. He kept telling me that he took care of it, that it's okay, that he finished it, blah, blah, there's nothing to come about it. And he just kept telling me that he's like, you get rid of them TVs, blah, blah, blah. He said I'm not touching them. And that's when I had Pete on him. Like, I didn't know. If I knew all that, I would have took his car. Like, if I knew he was dead like that, or, like, I just...
Elkins
We not
has
buying it.
implicated Joe by claiming he'd taken care of William while he was robbing him of his belongings. She also claims he's behind the whole thing and she was too terrified to stop him. If this wasn't the third story she'd came up with, the detectives may have believed her. But what Elkins doesn't realize is that the detectives have potential evidence that will place her at the scene of the crime and prove she's been lying all
Damn.
along.
Taylor, one thing that is concerning is the fact that Bill does have hair in his hand.
Oh,
Okay. And detective down there during his autopsy who states that the hair is the same color as yours.
Oh.
Joe doesn't have any hair. So where would that come from?
Because I didn't see him at first. That's the truth. That's why I gave a hair sample. So I'm up with an eyeball. Yeah, that's why I gave a hair sample, because I didn't.
Did you ever see Bill after McDonald's?
If that lock of hair they found on William's body belongs to Elkins,
One
then her
single
stories
lock.
will mean nothing, as
Got
the
you caught
physical
up.
evidence will do the talking for her. But right now, that's not the only thing she has to worry about, as detectives have even more evidence that proves her whole story has been a lie from the very beginning, and it's all thanks to the GPS tracker William's wife installed in his car. That GPS tracker would also help detectives to map everywhere she had been from the very moment she stepped in the car, and then use the CCTV to
She was
determine
out
who
of
was
there.
inside the vehicle.
I know you don't have me. I'm sorry.
You a joyride in that
I hope you
motherfucker.
understand that. Let me show you that picture. Who's that?
Where is that at?
Well, there he is. In the
She
car
is with a
you.
dude named Joe.
In Bill's car.
That's Joe.
Is Joe the one that killed him? Joe was with you when you left the house. And when y'all went to the casino. Did Joe kill him? Here's your opportunity. We got the evidence. There's a tracker on the car. We take it straight from when you left there. You go to Kavanaugh. You go
He
the
went to
casino.
Kavanaugh.
So you need to get this just real for you real quick. So you need to think about this. Because we're fixing to take this to the prosecutor to get a warrant for you for murder. So you better start thinking if you want to take the rap or you want to be honest, because we're running out of time. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. I just showed you. I've not hit nothing. I didn't say you watched.
Like,
I didn't say you watched, but I said you know. But here's the thing.
Wait, okay, so people
Now that
are
you're
supposed to
protecting
come up
him-
and tell me, right?
Now that you're protecting him, you'll be charged as an
How am I
accomplice.
protecting him?
You know what happened.
So people just come up and tell me all the time
Say-
now that people murder somebody. No.
This is your last chance. This is your life. I'll be back with that murder warrant.
Okay, come back with it.
Taylor's arrogance with the entire situation has seemed to
Taylor says she
finally
got moves
have
to
caught
make.
up to her, and her extreme stubbornness has left the detectives with no choice other than to resort to other methods of incriminating suspects, such as
How you getting an
DNA samples,
attitude,
hair
right,
samples,
Kyra?
and last but not least, the polygraph. The polygraph test was done off camera. However, the polygraph examiner would have some harsh words for Taylor after the test had concluded.
Get there.
Oh, test results are not good. Showing that you were showing deception. Deception means that you're trying to deceive. You're not being truthful.
Yeah.
I brought this in here to show you. You see that question that says R5? And that big spike on it? That's where you were telling us a lie. You were lying to me when I asked you in the test, were you present when he was attacked?
Not when he was killed. But attacked, maybe, not killed.
When I ask you, did you kill him? Your reading is stronger than that.
Oh.
Her heart was doing backflips.
Because you're just getting on my nerves right now. I'm not in the mood today. I've had.
Well, I really don't give a shit.
Yeah, we don't care.
Or not.
She's talking about she not in the mood.
Alright?
Rude person.
I'm not a rude person.
Yes, you are.
You're a rude, cold, heartless murderer. That's what you are.
No, I'm not.
Look at you. You have no defense for yourself.
I'm not, though.
Because you killed the old man.
No, I didn't. I know what I'm capable of. I'm not
Yeah, you're capable of that. You're right in the middle of all of it. And why you don't think you think you're so tough?
I told y'all what happened.
You ain't told us nothing. You make up everything to point the finger at everybody else.
But I don't.
You do, 100%.
No, I don't.
This is not going to go away. This is not going to quit.
Okay.
You're going to keep having your little nightmares that you have, and I hope you do for the rest of your fucking life.
He's so
Taylor
real.
would never formally confess during the rest of the interrogation, continuing to point fingers, blame others, sometimes being completely imaginary people, and playing the victim. William Dubois Jr. had suffered from 27 impact injuries and met a terrifying end the day of his death. The hair sample found in Williams' hand was eventually matched to the hair of Taylor's,
Of
adding
course.
one final cherry on top
He
to
pulled
help
that bitch
convict her.
out.
Detectives ultimately believed Elkins was responsible. Although she didn't confess to the cops, she allegedly made a confession during her incarceration. She also told another inmate that she went to Williams' house to borrow some money and had become angry when he didn't have any. So out of both
Wow.
frustration and pure
Not
evil,
a hammer.
she grabbed a hammer and beat the life out of William without any remorse.
Does he
Taylor's
ain't had no
grandfather,
money?
Denton Stringer, was initially investigated as a potential suspect. However, with no solid evidence connecting him to Williams' murder or Taylor's involvement, authorities ruled him out. As for Joseph Rogers and Sean, they were both cleared of any involvement in Williams' death. The two had nothing to do with the
Joseph was
crime
in the car,
whatsoever,
wasn't he?
and were simply scapegoats for Taylor to point fingers at. As for Taylor, she was charged with first-degree murder on October 9th, 2019, and in January 2020, she accepted a plea deal that meant she'd avoid a life sentence. Instead, she was sentenced to over 40 years in prison.
Damn.
Her first chance at parole will come in 2059.
Damn! Oh my God.
Officer Hendricks.
Oh, she doing life. She gonna die there. No, 40 years? She like what? How old was she? She probably be like 60 something. 21? She'd be like 60, 61. She should have got life. I don't know if they have life in Arkansas though. I don't know if they got that.